Okay, so I want to do this in this video is look at the position aspect of when you're pulling over. The position of the vehicle in the road when you're pulling over. Very important. This you're going to get about half a dozen of these on your test. It's important that you can show that you've got a good appreciation of being in the correct position. The aim of what you're trying to achieve is to get fairly close to the curb, or in this case we don't have a curb, it's the edge of the road there. By fairly close I mean about a foot. About a drain's width, that's what you're looking to achieve. And parallel as well, parallel to it. So in other words, neither the front end nor the rear end is sticking out. So closeness to the curb and parallel are two aspects that you're aiming to achieve with this. In addition, pausing in a safe place is a big consideration, but I'm not going to go over that in this video because I'm looking at position in particular. But yeah, pausing in a safe place is something that you need to pay attention to as well. Now, why is this important? This is important because people need to know what you're doing. They need to know, you know, has he just stopped there, or is he actually pulled over? People need to know. It's important, so it doesn't cause confusion. And also, the other aspect is that we're out of the way, aren't we? If you've parked properly, if you've pulled over properly, then you're out of people's way, which is good. Now, how do you do this? There's a couple of things, little tips here, a couple of things that you can look out for. Now, the first one is if you look on the edge of the road there, going onto the verge, can you see how it comes into about where that poppy is, roughly? Now, you can use that as a reference, because if you look forward from the poppy to the windscreen wiper, either on my car or any car that you are training in, there's normally a little reference point on the wiper there, and it's like an early warning system. It's telling you, all right, you are now getting nearer to the curb there. That's useful to know, that is. You can also make use of that left mirror for sure, in particular the mini mirror there. That will assist you as well in knowing how close you are to the curb. So those two little things, you've got an early warning system when the curb comes into that particular point, and it's very specific. This, whenever you use reference points, they are very specific, as well as incorporating the use of the left mirror as well. And how you do that when you're pulling over is if you look at the steering wheel in front here, and imagine putting a white dot at 12 o'clock. When you're pulling over, you should be moving that white dot to the left till about 11 o'clock. Or you could say 5 minutes to the left. So if I was pulling over now, I'd be doing 5 minutes to the left and then putting that white dot back to 12 o'clock, 5 minutes to the left, then back to 12 o'clock, 5 minutes to the left, back to 12 o'clock. And that's really, really useful thing to do, especially initially anyway. Very useful to do that because it means that you are gradually going over towards the curb. It's giving your eyes a chance to assess where in particular you need to pull over. It's not spooking anyone, is it? Imagine if there was pedestrians on a footpath. You're doing it gradually and controlled, and that's good. And you're giving your eyes a chance to make the observations to see where you should be pulling over. And that's a useful technique to use, certainly initially, is so that you are not crunching the wheels against the curb or not pausing too far away from the curb, and it gives you a chance to make those assessments when you're practicing. Really, really handy. Are there any exceptions to this? I don't think there are. I mean, even if you had a fire engine or an ambulance behind you on a call, you still want to be controllably moving over. You don't want to be mounting curbs and erratically, pausing in the middle of the road. You still want to be doing this, so it still applies. There are no exceptions. And my tip, Tom's tip for this one, is actually to not rush this. The temptation will be that you will want to just pull over as quickly as you can, and try not to do that. Try to resist that. You need to give your eyes a chance of accurately seeing where is the correct place to be pulling over, for starters, and then by setting the right speed, but by not being too fast, you will then give your eyes a chance to do the observations to pick up that reference point I was talking about. Also to look in the mirror there, the left mirror there, just to confirm that you're correct. And so don't rush it really. If people who rush this tend to, the position tends to go out the window really.